Happy Sunday and welcome back to another Sunday Stitches. My name is Lauren Weber. I am the artist and quilter behind Garden Girl Studio, and today I'm actually doing a little bit of market prep, but I'm going to be stitching up this knit beanie with some florals. So I know it's springtime and knit beanies don't seem like the most springy thing to be working on, but the market tomorrow that I'm going to is going to be cold and rainy, like possibly 40 degrees and rain, which is freezing. So there's a chance that someone might want a knit beanie. And when I stitch these knit beanies and I add florals to them, I mean, I've had them sell even in the middle of the summer. And so without further ado, if you want to hang out with me today, I'll be chatting and stitching. Then grab your favorite beverage and let's jump right in. Okay, so to get started, I've pulled a few colors. I want there to be some relatively high contrast. Sometimes when I'm doing my navy hats, I'll go into like the golden tones, but today I kind of wanted to keep it a little bit more neutral, a little bit more soft, a little bit more feminine. So we're going to go with this kind of mauvey pink, a nice gentle ecru, like a creamy color, and this lighter blue. So we're going to start stitching right here in the center, and I'm going to start with a rosette because rosettes are really popular and I love them. And yeah, I think a pink rosette would be really pretty with this. So we're going to start there and then just see how this evolves. I'm not using any sort of pattern. I'm just going to kind of freely stitch. If you want to join this project and stitch along, you can obviously, if you feel confident, you can just kind of mimic stitch along on your own project as well. If you would rather have a template, stick and stitch patterns are awesome. And I have a new class up on Skillshare to teach you all about stick and stitch water soluble paper and how to use them for projects just like this. So you can see how I'm stitching through it for that project. But if you are a confident stitcher, you can just freeform stitch just like me. And sometimes it works out. Sometimes we have to make some adjustments along the way, but for the most part, I tend to be pretty happy with how things go. I am not using a hoop today because this is a fairly thick hat and I'm not going to be pulling too tight, so I'm not super worried about it. I'm just going to start by making the spokes for my wheel, for my woven wheel, and then we'll start weaving right around. It is April, or if you're watching this in real time, it is April, and it is rainy and I'm a little nervous about the market tomorrow. So I'm filming this on Saturday. So hello, it is Saturday. Sunday, I might try to go live with you on Sunday. I'm nervous to go live. I'm afraid Ellie might like interrupt me midstream or, have to go outside and I don't know. I'll have to work through that fear. But so it's Saturday. So when you see this or when this video is released, it'll be Sunday, and I have a Sunday market out in Syracuse, and it's supposed to be cold and rainy. I'm hoping so the original forecast said that today, Saturday, was going to be the worst day, and that most of the rain was going to be out of the system by today, but obviously forecasts change, so I'm hoping that, I don't know, it changes again. Is that a thing? Like, can we have the forecast change a second time? So I'm going to be bundling up. I might bring like multiple sweatshirts because 40 and rain is cold. This market should be a lot of fun. There are also indoor vendors, and I asked to be put on like a wait list in case one of those vendors tags out, because I think the indoor crew is going to be the place to be tomorrow. But you know what? We're going to make the most of it. We're packing green tea. We're going to try to stay as warm as we can. We're going to have multiple layers. I'm going to have like a dry sweatshirt waiting for me in the car, just in case, I get soaked through with my coat and my multiple layers and sweaters. So we're going to just try not to get sick, and we're going to try to stay warm tomorrow. This is the time of year when the weather's changing back and forth between being like warm and freezing, and it's a good time of year to potentially catch a cold. So the goal is to not catch a cold this year. There we go. If you hear Ellie, she's walking over by my camera. Hello, Ellie. She's trying to say hi. I went out and did errands this morning, so she obviously wants extra attention. And believe it or not, I've given her extra attention. Yes, go take a little nap. No, you can't climb on me. We're filming. We're filming, okay? I did give Ellie lots of attention when we got home. We went and I can't say what we did because she'll get overexcited. If she hears those words, she's a very smart doggo. But we essentially PLAYED in the yard. She doesn't know yard, so in the yard. And that's one of her favorite things to do. So, okay, she's going to go, I think she's going to go lie down soon. We'll see. And I'm going to try to get this done relatively quickly today. Well, in our little stitching session, because my hubby, Nick, said that we might go out and have a little like date this afternoon. So, and that would be cool. It's kind of nice. He like planned something. It's been busy and I've been kind of working through my weekends. So like to have like a little bit of a rest would be good. Part of me, when I'm planning for markets, I tend to want to like make more and more and more and have all of this product. And the truth is I have plenty of product and I got to just find that balance a little bit better and just say, hey, it's okay to like rest. It's okay to take one of your weekend days to not be working. And granted, I love stitching like these. This is like, I love doing this. Like, I think this is so much fun. But I probably do need to take some time to like not be worrying or stressing or like producing all of the time. Granted, when I am working and stitching, if I'm not here hanging out and chatting with you, I am generally listening to like my audiobooks or like podcasts or YouTube videos. And that's entertaining for me too. I get to branch out a little bit. I've been reading the, if anyone is familiar, I just started the Court of Thorns and Roses series, and I'm on A Court of Mist and Fury, and I'm actually like physically reading them. So it's been helping me sleep at night to kind of like have like a physical book to read. And I tried to get the audiobooks that I could kind of like listen, because it's a very like adventurous, like engaging book. So I know there's some like romance in there too, but I like the adventure part. Like for me, I like the adventure portions of the book. But I don't know, the audiobook just isn't capturing it's just not the same. It's just not the same. And I love audiobooks. Like I listen to Harry Potter on audio. Jim Dale is a fabulous narrator. Oh my Lanta. He is so talented. So I love, you know, a good audiobook, but I'm having trouble reading those ones. And I don't know if I can like multitask. I don't know if I have it in me to be able to do like more than one. So we'll see. I think we're happy with that Rosette. I might do like a couple small ones maybe on the sides. I don't know. Maybe we'll do kind of like an asymmetrical situation here. I don't want to pull this too tight because I don't want my ends to come in. How's that look? We might have to tack this down a little. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, no worries, we need more thread or floss anyway to render that. Sometimes I am pulling really lightly because I don't want there to be any snags or any bunching, and this happens sometimes. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add in a little extra to kind of fill that out. And with these hats, I tie a double knot, even though it's 6 strands and it's a big knot, because I don't want it coming through the weave. So, okay. So what I'm seeing here is this petal is kind of, it's doing things. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually just come through here. We're going to fill in a little bit on this side, which I wouldn't mind a slightly bigger rosette anyway. And we're going to kind of fill in some of the, between both of these, because there's one over here that's going a little rogue too, right here. And we're just going to kind of fill in a smidgen. Okay, I'm going to go back up. Inch my way down. There we go. I'm not sure what kind of date my husband has planned. Well, okay, that's a lie. That's a total lie. He said he wanted to grab a cup of coffee, which in the middle of the afternoon, I'm going to have to get decaf because otherwise I'll be up all night. But our favorite local cafe is closed this weekend, where he was originally planning, and I had mentioned that because they are away at a coffee expo. How fun is that? That's awesome. So I told him I'd still love to hang out, but we won't be able to go to that cafe. So I'm not sure what plan B is, but I'm just excited to kind of get out of the house a little bit. I work at home, so for me, getting out of the house is like an exciting adventure. Okay, we're just gonna add a couple more little loops on this side to kind of give it equal playfulness here, because that side's kind of playful. This side needs to be a little more loopy. And for me, grabbing like a cup of coffee or a cup of tea is like a nice treat, like going to a local place and just kind of being in the community and grabbing a beverage that's nicely made. It's a really nice treat. Okay, there we go. And I think I want like one more something up here just to even that out. I don't know why, but it feels like it's missing a petal. Okay, and I might put one right through here too. There we go. Just kind of round out this side. It kind of looks like it got a little flat. There we go. We're gonna pull this a little bit because I want this one a little tighter. There we go. And I think we're just gonna tack a couple stitches in here too. That's because I don't want these petals moving. Okay, that's pretty. That's a nice rosette. Okay, we're happy with that. We're gonna tie it off. And then we're gonna add in some extra little fun things. You know what we're gonna do? As I haven't tried this yet on a hat and I kind of want to, I want to add some of those ombre fishbone leaves. So to do that, let me grab a third color here. Okay, I'm grabbing my colors. I think we're gonna grab like a very light, like a peachy. That's gonna be pretty. And yeah, okay, so this should be interesting. Okay, so I haven't done this yet on a hat, so it should be exciting. If you're following along with my monthly temperature stitch along, then you'll be familiar with this technique. Basically, we're gonna be doing a fishbone stitch, and I'm only using 3 strands, and then a third of the way through the leaf, like the fishbone, I don't know, the shape, okay, the shape, we are going to be changing colors. So let me pull out my 3 strands. We'll start light and then we'll go to blue. So we'll go this light color, the mauve pink, and then to blue. So tomorrow at this market, there's going to be a macaron vendor, like the macaron cookies, which are like my favorite kind of cookie. And so I might have to wander and go find his booth. I know it's going to be inside. I looked at the seating chart. We got the seating chart a little bit early. So I know kind of where he's going to be located. I just a matter of orientation. It's a new location for me, so I'm not sure exactly how the building is totally laid out. But yeah, I am so hyped because like today on Instagram, they said that they were going to have like pineapple upside down macarons and all of these new flavors. And I love like a fruity sweet treat. So I might have to go say hello and make new friends with the macaron vendor because it sounds absolutely delicious. Okay, so here's the start of this. I think we'll do 2 more and then we'll switch over to pink because I don't really know how big this leaf is actually going to get. Might be kind of a thin leaf. It's generally easier for me to do a fishbone stitch with an outline, but you know what? We're going to be okay. We're going to be all right. We'll kind of inch it a little wider here. We're going to make it as pretty as we can. We're just stitching. Okay, let's switch over to pink. I'm going to tie this off. And actually, what we can do is let's start the other leaf as well. We'll put it kind of out here. Yeah, a little further. Yeah, so we'll start this other leaf and it saves me time since this needle's already threaded with this color. Let's just tackle this side and then we will switch over. And I'm not worried about perfect symmetry here because I think I might make this like an asymmetrical design anyway. I just want leaves on both sides. So They don't need to be perfectly symmetrical because leaves in nature aren't perfect. I mean, they're pretty awesome, but they're not necessarily perfectly symmetrical. So we don't have to be perfect either. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blend in this mauvey pinky color into like one stitch above. And then we will continue down just so that it looks a little bit more blended as we create this leaf. 1, 2. Okay, I'm gonna come on the other side of this cream color stitch, and then we're gonna come back down. Sometimes with hats it's hard to tell because it's like a moving weave, so you have to fill in gaps a little bit more. Here we go. Okay. And do just another one here. And I think this is going to be the last one. And I'm going to try to split these because I put in an extra stitch there. Okay. And then we're going to add in our blue to finish that. But I am going to do the pink on the other side first, just so I kind of keep consistent. Okay, I think I'm happy with, well, I want this to be a little bit wider. We're going to do another set here. So if there's not as much blue, that's okay. Let's do another one, and I want it a little bit more. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it feels a little bit more balanced to me. Okay, so now we're going to try to add in our blue layer. We'll see how this goes. It should be an interesting blend. I'm not quite sure. Where this is new. I know that it kind of worked with my other project, but I've never done it on a hat before. And I've never done it with this dark of a background. So we're going to see how this pans out. I think it's going to be just fine. This blue is pretty, there is some contrast here. So I think we're going to be all right, but it's always like an exciting mix to see how these things pan out. Whew, I'm a little, I don't know if I'm nervous. I just want it to be nice. Okay, I am going to split the lavender here, or pink, or whatever we're calling this color. Okay, yeah, see, it's going to help it look a little bit more blended. And I'm going to pull right here and down, like right there. It's right where my knot is, of course it is. There we go. Okay. All right. And I think we need to start angling back down and in to finish up this leaf. So I'm going to kind of try to rein things in as we go here. So I don't think it needs to be too much bigger. Kind of try to bring it closer to the rosette a little bit. And if tomorrow winds up being a washout at the market, I hope it's not. I hope it's a good day. But if it winds up being a washout, I do have a Mother's Day market, I believe, coming up in May. Those details are still being finalized, but like I'm 99% sure we're going to be good to go. I know they're looking for a couple more vendors, but I think it's going to be just fine. It's going to be a popular event, I think. So, okay. All right, leaf 1. That's kind of different. It's kind of fun. Okay, we're gonna go do the other side. Okay, so we're gonna end it like right here. There we go. We're gonna bring this side down a little bit, couple stitches, at least one. Do I want a third one? Because this is looking fairly like really symmetrical, but like a bit of symmetrical. And what I can do is I can like bring down like another leaf, maybe over here on this side. Yeah, I think I might. Just because I don't want perfect symmetry on this one. Because if you try to make something look perfectly symmetrical and you're not actually measuring, and we are not actually measuring, we are just freeform stitching right now, it's going to be real obvious when something's off. So if you're designing and you want to, you know, if we're intentionally asymmetrical, then suddenly things don't need to look symmetrical. I don't know, does that make sense? Did I explain? I didn't explain that very well. But like basically, we're not trying hard enough to make things symmetrical because we're not measuring and we're not like perfectly placing things. So they're going to look a little off unless we intentionally make it look asymmetrical. Okay, I think I explained, I don't know. I think I need coffee. Clearly need coffee. But hopefully you kind of get the gist of what I'm saying there. I am going to put at least another little leaf like right here. And maybe we'll just blend it up. Doesn't need to be huge. We'll just do a few stitches. When I'm freeform stitching, I like putting in all of my big elements first, just because, yeah, then I know they're not going to be in the way. I have all my little scraps over here, just trying to see which ones I can use. I can use this one again. Okay, so we're going to finish off this leaf. Well, we're going to try to work through this leaf. Still need to add in the blue, but we're going to start blending in our pink, our second layer. That's it. Add in the blue base for this leaf. I am going to come up like midway here and start just filling in a little bit more than we did on the other ones, just because I do want it to come out a little ways. Okay. Finally, it's looking like it's coming together. I was getting, I don't know about nervous, but just, it was like, this is going to be an interesting looking leaf. And it still has some character, but at least it looks a little bit more, like it has a little bit more dimension now. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to add in some daisies now, some of our lazy daisies. We're going to add them in with our ecru color, which I think I might need to rethread. That's okay. We're gonna tackle it. I'm gonna keep that threaded because the blue threaded, because we oh, I have a 3-strand ecru, but I want 6. I want this to pop. These are gonna be bigger daisies, so I'm gonna keep the blue threaded because we're gonna be making some French knots for berries and for the centers of our daisies, and I want those to be in blue. So let's try this daisy in 6 and see how we like it. Okay, let's start with our, I kind of want to start down here. Okay, I think I want just like a little small one here. And something kind of angular. Like I don't think I want like the full, like a full one. I think I want like a little, like fan-shaped one. I think we'll add a couple on the top and then we'll just add in some berries and our little French knots with the blue. And I think this hat will be okay. I almost want it to look like these daisies are a pattern, like in the background. Is that like, I know it's a little la la, but I don't know. Sometimes I think it's fun to just kind of play a little bit. Oh, see, I like that. I don't know why I like that. Okay, that's fun. And then, do I want a fourth daisy? I don't know if I do, but I can add in some other element. Let me. You know what? I know what we're gonna do. I know. Okay, we're gonna go through with our. Watch this. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. Okay, I think we might want. I think we're gonna want 6. I know, it's 6 strands and it's French knots, and so it's gonna be like bulky, but like I don't want it to get lost in the hat. But we're gonna make little. Oh my gosh, I'm excited for this. Little like berry flowers and like with French knots. Like I don't know how else to explain them. They're gonna be like little. I don't know, little scatter flowers. The words are not coming today. I need coffee. I think you're gonna like it. This is a cool one. This is gonna look a little bit more like a wildflower, like a seedy wildflower. Okay, we're gonna come and start like here-ish. I hope this works. I don't think I've tried this on a hat yet. I've definitely done this on a tote bag, but I've not tried this on a hat. We're gonna, oh, I'm so glad I used all 6. They're getting pulled in. Okay. But I think it's gonna look okay when we're done. So basically we are drawing with French knots. We are gonna create like a grouping of these French knots to make them look like a floral accent that's like seedy. Not like bad seedy, not like sketchy seedy. I mean like a seeded flower, like a flower with seeds. You ever see those? Like they have a lot of seed pods on them or like a lot of buds. I know those are totally different things. Yes, I went to school for horticulture, but we're talking informally right now. This is not a research paper. Right? We can hang out like that, right? We can just chill. Are these knots huge? Yes. Yes, they are. But you know what? I think it's going to be kind of fun. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so I tend to kind of like space them a little more at the bottom. I don't know. Okay. We're gonna pull one like right here, and I've been doing like 3 twirls. Let's try a 2. I don't want this one to be huge, but I do want like to kind of show that they're moving. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, yeah. And we're gonna do another 2 here. I don't know where that went. Oh gosh, it went all the way through. Gotta love knit hats. It went all the way through to the back side. It's like a Houdini act right there. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right, we have berries. We're gonna do another little one like right here. I like French knots. I will link, if you're new to French knots and you're wanting to know how to make these beauties, I'll link in the description below I have a tutorial on my embroidery stitch playlist that I will link. So you can learn how to make these fun, fancy knots. Because I think they are super versatile when you're working on a project. They can be, it definitely pulled through to the back again. Okay. Gotta love knit things. It's okay. No big deal. We'll just make another one. And I gotta go soon. I know, I shouldn't feel rushed. This is our chill hangout day, but I am feeling a little rushed. It's okay. We have maybe 6 knots left. 6 knots, we'll say. So we got to do our daisy centers and just a few more to kind of even this one out. And then I think we're going to be done. We're almost there. If this were a normal project, I would not be using all 6 strands, but I'm glad that I am for this because I don't want them to pull right through the knit, and a couple of them, 2 of them have already. Okay, slowly pull. Okay, good. Okay, daisy center number 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. We're going to try to do a little bit of a travel stitch here. Okay, that's fine. Didn't like the position on that. It was going to look off center worse than like normal. Okay, that's better. Right in the middle of that daisy. 2. And last one is number 3. Okay, I think we're pretty happy with that. That's not too bad. The only thing I might do is put a couple little, I think I might just put like a few knots just right out here just to balance the bottom. This side looks a little bit lighter to me. And then it kind of gives our berries like a 3rd mini section, which will just look a little bit more balanced. So we're not going to add a lot because I gotta run. I gotta go. Apparently I have a date I gotta run to. I'm failing. I'm behind. But yeah, this will look a little bit nicer. We're just gonna put in like four-ish, maybe even 3. Let's see how 3 looks. Yeah, let's do 4, and we'll do 5. Can you tell I like French knots? I'm just gonna keep adding some more. Just one more. Yeah, we're gonna put in one more down here so it kind of looks like it's fanning down. Perfect. Okay, we're really happy with that. I think that's going to be popular tomorrow. We'll see. I think if someone doesn't love it, I love it. I might buy it. So these are kind of my colors. Can you tell? I've got nails. I've got the sweater, the pink and the lavendery and the navy blue. Okay, so final results. I think this looks really nice, really pretty. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I had a fun time stitching up our knit hat today. Thank you so much again. If you want to continue hanging out, be sure to follow along. And I have plenty of other Sunday stitching videos that you can watch. I'll be sure to link a couple up here so you can hang out with me or watch some tutorials. And I hope you have a fabulous week. I'll try to maybe post another update or a couple small videos this week. We'll see. Hopefully I'll have some time. And let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see next. Until next time, friends.